All right, welcome to my leadership and collaboration presentation. Going to tell you about the project I created for our school and detail why it's important and when and how I'm going to do it. So, my project proposal is that the current school I work at has two different programs within it. There's the French bilingual program and the international program. We have prior to working in the international program, I'm a third grade homeroom teacher now, but before I worked in the French bilingual program for 5 years. And one of the things that program always wanted was more integration into the international program. And integration is a word I'm using, but what I'm talking about is opportunities for the kids to get exposure to one another, because the French bilingual program, can feel quite isolating. We share the same campus, but we're in different buildings and there's different curriculum. So, my idea is we have a cultural unit here in the international program, and I thought it would be a great opportunity to get the kids talking to one another and, you know, create those opportunities of a shared experience. This is only for grade 3 at the moment, but I could easily see this being built upon for other grades within the French bilingual program. So that is where I'm coming from. I think I am the only teacher that has worked in the French bilingual program and now works in the international program. So I have a unique perspective in that. So, just to restate, the goal is to give the two programs an opportunity to collaborate and for the two groups of students to have time to get to know one another. So, the project description, our unit of inquiry has 3 lines of inquiry, which is family stories from the past, sharing cultural experiences, and how might unique identities connect us. So, the way we meet these lines of inquiry is we have parents come in uh, and they uh, present and share with the students about their home cultures. And so, in this format, the students act as interviewers. You can look down at the KUDs and see tuning in. This is the time where they're interviewing parents and asking them questions. Um, this is a great opportunity to build those skills, to build interviewing skills. Um, they also create a personal narrative that is uh, connected to their culture. So, for instance, I had many students share about like one, I had several students write about Chinese New Year and their experience one year. I had other students write about Taekwondo tournament that they went to in Korea. Um, and beyond the narrative portion, we also create a large mind map that connects um, the students' different cultures to one another. So if they celebrate similar holidays or if they eat similar foods, these are connections that they can make. They compare and contrast holidays and festivals as well. So my goal in the getting the French program into this is that once they've had some practice with their parents and building those interview skills and have a little bit of a foundation for what culture is and how it connects us to our identity, is to have them interview students in the French bilingual program and have the students in the French bilingual program do the same thing, basically getting them together, having a conversation, and then connecting mind maps, creating other bubbles, creating connections, and identifying differences in within the unit. So I think it's an excellent opportunity because we have this culture. My class is mostly Asian students. I have Korean and Chinese and some American students, but we don't have anyone from the French program in my class. There are very few students from France within the international program. So it also presents excellent exposure for them. And that kind of brings me to the connection to the school mission statement and philosophy. So I wanted to highlight the caring community and inspiring students to become innovative contributors in a transforming world, because the caring community seems quite obvious to me. And it seems the French bilingual program is a bit neglected at my school. And I know that those kids feel isolated and feel like they're different. And I want them to be on the same page and connect and realize, oh, hey, this person is in the international program, is from China, is from America, is from Korea, but we still have a lot in common. And we may have things that are different, but we can connect. And I want there to be more shared time. And I think that caring community part really sticks out to me as a part that connects to this. I also threw in the philosophy here because it says that the purpose of education is to prepare people to play a full and active role as global citizens. The more cultures you're exposed to, the deeper your understand of culture and its relation to identity, the more prepared you're going to be an informed global citizen, one with, you know, different perspectives. The ability to access different cultures here is a gift. The sharing of different perspectives can enlighten a lot of kids. The candidate seeks appropriate leadership roles and opportunities to take responsibility for student learning, to collaborate with learners, families, colleagues, and other professionals and community members to ensure learner growth and to advance the profession. I think this is an appropriate project for me because it's unique to my identity in that I am the only teacher that has been in the French bilingual program and working in the international program. And so I have a unique perspective. I know how the French program feels. And I see an opportunity here, clear as day, in the third grade curriculum where we can add an opportunity for those two to grow where it's mutually beneficial. And so in that way, I feel like I am helping the students learn and I'm collaborating with more learners and more families and more colleagues. For instance, our meetings to talk about this will include our assistant principal as well as our PYP coordinator. Community members are part of the unit, they make up the heart of it. The parents sharing their culture is awesome to see, and very important to the unit. So I feel like I've met this standard pretty well, and I hope you can see that. To wrap things up, I just want to share a brief timeline that I have outlined. In November, we started getting the third grade French bilingual programs to join international programs recess. So the kids have an opportunity to get to know one another and share some fun time together. March 2022, I'm going to send out a survey for the teachers and about collaboration and to measure their willingness to be a part of this. And if it if it will be as popular as I think it will, which from my conversations with the colleagues, I do believe that to be true. April and May, we're going to start have meeting once a month to plan this unit. We have the skeleton built. It won't be hard, but I want to bring the French teachers in to meet with our PYP coordinator and plan the unit and find areas where we can co-teach together. September 22nd, or sorry, September 2022, I want to launch this unit. I want it to be rolled out and ready to go. And I want to see what we get from it and what the kids get out of this. And then November 2022, Atlas is a program we use where we house everything. So our unit plans, our standards, student work, teacher feedback. In November, when we've concluded the unit, I want to meet as a team with the French program and talk about our successes, talk about things we can improve, and see if we can expand it in another way. So that's my project. I hope you enjoyed this. It was a inspiring thing for me. I can tell you that. So thanks very much for listening.